Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Sakurasou no Pet na Kanojo. It is episode 3 and you know what to do. As always, if you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the parentheses dot parts with real dots and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear my thoughts about this episode, so see you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Now let's talk. So this episode is more neither the finding of ways, when it is about Kanda, but I'm not completely sure if he really has found his ways in the end already. I mean, he got a new inspiration, he got a new drive to search for his way to find where he wants to go. But the question is that enough? And I am not sure, but it might very well be that he kind of misinterpreted something there, but I will talk about that. So, we begin with a little surprise again. A very delicate scene in the bathtub. So, the fact that Shiina is not caring about the behaviors you normally have to have around people is being brought up again. So she just walks into the bathtub where he's sitting. He's possibly in this case naked, and she is just ignoring this fact and playing with a shower and everything to get a picture for her manga, because that is the one thing on her mind. So that's kind of what we had in the last episode as well, where he had to undress because she wanted to draw a human body of a male person. So that this far, okay. And then we have the moment that he, Kanda is having this little discussion. I agree that the discussion was a bit one-sided because someone was upset about what's going on. So he blamed a lot on Kanda. He showed his negative sides. He showed his unsecureness, that he's not really knowing where to go, how to go, what to do in his life, which is a bit mean. I mean, we all have faces like that, so I can see that he's stuck in that, and he's still young, so he is searching his way. But he got it blamed on him mainly, and all excuses he had were taken from him by saying, "Hey, well, you see, I will take over. I will take the cats. I will take care of Shiina, and you can just go as you wish to." And the moment when you take away all excuses, you realize that, yeah, well, there is no one else to blame but you. But in this case, how can you be blamed if you really have no clue what to do? You cannot change that instantly. You need an inspiration, you need time. And that's why he's hanging there, right? That's why he's not moving away from Sakurasou, because he still hasn't found what he wants. So that was a bit mean, although not very harsh, but a bit mean. And it escalated into this interesting date that we had later on. So it started off with Kanda searching people for his cats, just to show I do that myself. And it culminated into him pushing away Shiina, who asked him to go out because she wanted to, in this case, do something for her manga. But it was, in the end, even if she had other reasons, it was a request for a date. It was a request to spend time together, and he pushed her away. And I think this is where the discussion may be. Is she really, at the moment, only after her manga? Because to me, I might be wrong, but it feels like she has started to bond with Kanda, and she likes him. She's not good at showing it at all. Or in a very weird way, she is, right? And we have him in the end of the episode stating that she is completely 100% focused on her manga, and that is what he did not get before, but it is all about that. And she listened to that, she heard that in this moment, and I am not sure if there's not at least a slight bit of something else from her side, an interest, Doesn't have to be about intimacy or anything, but at least a friendship forming as an option. And right now, I think he's pushing her away with what he says and does. And you can see from her side when she puts the blankets on him. I think that is a gesture of kindness. She, someone is sleeping, so you put a blanket on him. Too many there, and in a weird way, no question, but it's Shiina. And the fact that in the end she asks if he's leaving Sakurasou, I think is the same. Because that means, so you will not stay with me. You will leave me alone. I think we see a change in her. And he doesn't realize it yet. So, although I see his reasons and I understand that he, once again, misinterpreted stuff, I think he's doing the wrong thing. And the idea of leaving Sakurasou, in my opinion, is the wrong thing as well. I discussed this in the last episodes. I think he's quite good there. He has an interesting life and people that like him. And as we've seen, I mean, we've seen Misaki running along with him, so she likes him. She has trust in him. We have seen, I have to search for his name, Akasaku, who is there when he writes to him like instantly, and he helped him on tracking Shiina and Mikata. So there are people who like him and help him, and that's something you shouldn't underestimate. But I kind of hope that he is staying. That he finds that he has something at this place that he possibly cannot find anywhere else. However, I feel bad for Ayoma because, well, once again, she ran into a situation where she misinterpreted stuff, in the school. But later on, when she helped, or she was accidentally at the same place where they followed Mikata and Shiina, you could not really misinterpret that moment. So I feel bad for her there because I think it was pretty visible that there was a moment where Kanda looked out for Shiina because he somehow feels responsible for her. If it is liking or just responsibility is something worth discussing. But for her, that was a moment where she got hurt. And I feel bad for her there. Because in many ways, everything that makes Sakurasou special and Kanda staying there, and the reason why I want him to stay there, because I think it would be good for him, is something she wants undone, so that he is more with her, that he is on a normal way in life. Because in her opinion, from what we've seen so far, Sakurasou is in general not good for your life path, right? So she wants him to be out of there because she cares for him. So her reasons are good. I think if she would learn how it is there, she might agree that he should stay there. But right now she does not. So in many ways she is the one that kind of will pull him out or try to get him out as he wants himself, because he wants to have something normal and typical in his life, the normal path every student should have is as far away from Sakurasou as possible. And I disagree. I say having a kind of irregular path might be interesting and something that furthers your own development, which she needs, right? So we will see. As I say, Ayoma, I think she's having a hard time. She will have possibly in the whole series, because this weird life that he has is not completely going on with her at the moment ideas of life. And then we have Misaki and Mikata. So that is a weird relationship. And I don't know why. So the fact that Misaki even got tears in her eyes and clearly got hurt of watching Mikata with someone else can tell you that there are real emotions from her side. It might be that she is kind of crazy, right? So that she is mentally unstable and thus projects a lot in him, and those feelings, although real, are kind of in a kind of bad because dangerous. But I guess she really, really likes him. She's just not able to show it in a normal way. I mean, she showed it in the past very offensively, like offering herself to him, right? Which is a lot, and possibly many boys and men might be pushed back by that because it is too much, right? It is this, okay, who are you? You're crazy. But as we've seen in this episode, it is not just fun and games. We had that with Kanda's example in episode 1, where she was very open as well. It is something that has a background of real feelings. So she really, really likes him, and she really wants to be with him. There's a moment where she said that, why can't he be with me, right? So you would say, okay, it's a one-sided love, and he's just kind of staying away. They are friends for so long. He knows her for so long, so he doesn't want to be. And then, surprisingly, we have this strange moment of his comments. So, if he sees her depressed, he would. You know what he said. And I think the gift that he bought was for her as well. So far, so close that she's so far. I don't know, man. Why is it? I mean, he knows she's interested in him. I'm pretty sure. He even heard it from Kanda, right? So he knows that she likes him. He knows she wants to be with him, yet he stays away from her and goes out with other women. Is there some? I mean, I guess there's something broken with him as well. So is it that he is he thinks he's dangerous for her, or he might hurt her in some way, and thus he stays away? I can only guess. We will see. I guess we will learn more about that. It's interesting. It's a bit weird in this series because the characters are portrayed as being kind of on the edge between young and grown up. So some seem to be more grown up just bodily, right? Like Mikata, who seems like a young adult, while as example Misaki is, in my view, still in the part of being not adult yet. She's in the age where you start experimenting possibly, but this makes this whole discussion about everything that is apart from a relationship going into sexualization a bit weird. Although she's very open about that, as we all know. So I don't know what's the deal with Mikata. I guess he has his reasons. I kind of want to believe he does keep away from her because he wants to not to hurt her, right? So maybe he has some kind of appetite that is not good. Who knows? Okay, that's it this time. Interesting episode. I liked it, and we will see next time what's going on. If Kanda really wants to get out of Sakurasou, or as I guess, next or second next time, learns that he's quite good at where he is right now. That's it from me this time. Until the next time, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.